All right, let's just dive right in. We are living through a truly wild time, really defined by two powerful competing feelings. I mean, on one hand, I have never seen more fear about the disruption that's headed our way. But on the other hand, I have never, ever seen more raw excitement for the opportunities that are literally right in front of us. This is AI's double-edged sword. And that brings us to predictions like this one. I mean, think about it. For decades, we've kind of looked down on blue-collar work, but in the next few years, that whole economic model could just flip on its head. And this isn't just about AI replacing jobs. It's about AI fundamentally changing what we value in human work.
So this really gets to the core question for all of us, right? In a world where intelligence itself is basically becoming a commodity. I mean, we've got robots doing backflips and AI passing the bar exam. How do you prepare yourself for that? How do you not just get by, but actually thrive?
Okay, let's start with that first edge of the sword, the fear. And it's not just about job losses, which is what we always hear about. There's a huge, and I mean huge, financial problem brewing that most people are overlooking, and it has everything to do with the actual infrastructure that powers AI.
You know, history shows us this really clear and kind of painful pattern. Every time we've spent more than 3% of the entire economy's GDP on a massive infrastructure project, it has, for a little while, bankrupted the economy. We saw it with railways, we saw it with the electrical grid, and we saw it with highways. And right now, we're doing it all over again with AI data centers.
But here's the kicker. This time it's different. It's actually worse. See, those old investments, like train tracks and roads, those were assets that would last for decades, paying off for generations. The problem now is that AI data centers, these giant Walmart-sized buildings just packed with computers, they become obsolete in just 3 to 4 years.
And the scale of this bet is just staggering. We're spending $650 billion a year on these things. To put that into perspective, that's like giving every single person in America a brand new iPhone Pro. The problem, most of us aren't willing to pay for it, and the few companies that are will only pay a tiny fraction of the cost. The numbers just don't add up.
So this leads to a very specific and frankly pretty alarming prediction: a massive financial meltdown in 2029. Yeah, exactly 100 years after the Great Depression, all built on the back of this unsustainable data center bubble.
But hold on, that is only one side of the story. And this is where the two edges of that sword really connect. The very same massive, maybe even reckless investment that could trigger a crash is also making AI tools incredibly powerful and dirt cheap. So for every ounce of fear, there's this incredible hope, because that same disruption could lead to an explosion of unexpected growth.
There's actually a concept for this. It's called the Jevons paradox. We all thought YouTube would wipe out Hollywood, right? And yeah, thousands of traditional jobs were lost, but YouTube also created over 500,000 new creator jobs. When technology makes something cheaper and easier, it doesn't just replace the old thing. It creates entirely new ecosystems we never saw coming.
And just look at what this means for starting a software company. It used to be this elite game. You needed millions in funding and a huge team. Now, thanks to AI, a tiny team, like 2 people, can build a wildly profitable business with just 500 customers. The cost to go out and solve a problem for people has just plummeted.
And this is giving rise to a whole new kind of company, the lifestyle business. Forget trying to build a billion-dollar unicorn. The real opportunity now is building a small, dynamic, and fun business that provides an amazing lifestyle for a team of 5 to 10 people, serving a niche community they actually care about. It's success on a much more human scale.
Okay, so we've got the fear of a crash and the hope of this massive opportunity. What do you do about it? The answer is not learn to code. The single most important skill set you can develop right now is the entrepreneurial skill set.
This is the core of it. And it doesn't matter if you're starting your own thing or working inside a huge company. This is the value creation loop you need to master. It's about identifying an opportunity, running fast, cheap experiments to see if it's a real thing, and then taking it to market. It's a mindset of seeing problems as opportunities in disguise.
So how do you find those opportunities in a world that's just saturated with AI-generated content and faceless corporations? You lean into the one thing that AI can never, ever replicate, and that's being human. In this new world, you got to remember, being relatable is so much more powerful than being impressive.
Think about it. An AI has read every book ever written. It has all the data. But it has zero lived experience. It's never felt joy or heartbreak. It's never sat eye to eye with someone and just known what they were going through. Your personal story, your wins, your failures, that is your irreplaceable human advantage.
And that leaves us with this final thought. Everyone has something human that only they can say, based on their unique journey. An AI can tell you all the facts about menopause, for example, but it can't tell you its experience of menopause. So look back, connect the dots of your life, and ask yourself, what is the one story, the one insight, the one truth that only you can share with the world? Because in the age of AI, that's where your real value lies.